Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. Everybody, give me a sound check, mic check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is good. Let's see how the video is. I'm trying to see myself here. Am I popping up on the video? Looks like I am. Okay, looking good. Hello, guys. Hey, everybody. I'm still suffering from unbelievable allergies. Plus, my daughter was like had 102 today, so anything is possible. Um, I gotta sneeze. Oh, sorry, guys. Just a never-ending story here. How's everybody doing? We are live. I have the layout that we had yesterday. We're going to talk a little bit about doing scalp trades and position trades with a turn trader that I made for everybody. I know those of you guys who want the MT4, MT5 versions have been asking me for this already, but they're not going to be ready, honestly, until probably this weekend. I still need to kind of clean up a little bit of the code. I need to create the MT4 code properly. I want to take some of the functionality that we have in TradingView, like using tooltips. Like, in other words, if I hover over this, it will tell me stops and targets, things like that. They're going to make it a lot more interesting for me to be able to trade this. But in the meantime, let's just kind of look around at the charts and see what's going on. So on the top over here, I actually have. Let me move this over. I actually have NASDAQ, US 30, gold, right? And I have this essentially in scalp mode. This is the scalp mode. So I'm going to go over here. And the only thing I'm missing that I'm going to try to add over here, eventually I'll have this in the indicator, is I want to put trend moving average, just pure moving average. Where's my moving average? Moving average. I want to put a 200 period moving average for the red zone here. Okay, the reason I want to do this is because when we're scalping, sort of in short targets, like we're going to scalp, and let me actually make this into a one lot position, and let me arrange my targets here. It's a $2 stop, $half target. So this is all very, very short, short scalping structure. We're gonna scalp pretty much just in the direction of the big trend. So in this case, the short term above the long term, we're only going to take the white arrows on the green candles as our scalp signals. As far as directional signals, we're also going to try and take just pure directional signals. This is our swing trades. Sorry, guys. Whenever a swing trade pops up, it's going to give us an output in the corner here in the other window. So like right now, for example, gold is obviously coming down off its, let me just move this off back to its position. And let me add the same idea to US 30. US 30 is definitely in an uptrend. So I have a kind of like a bogus swing trade in US 30 just because I had put it on before we opened, but we don't really have any true signals. But let me just add another to 200 SMA on this thing. So where is this? Moving average, 200. Okay. Why is this not coming on? Wait, what happened? Control I, moving average, properties, red. Why is it not showing up? Oh, thick. Okay, let's make it white just so I can see it. Wow, that's weird. I don't know why it's not showing up on this chart. That is bizarre. Okay. We'll just let that go. We're going to assume that it's a positive trend for now. I don't know why it's not showing up. Do the same thing on NASDAQ here, which is actually, I think, actually turning into a negative trend. NASDAQ's kind of giving up its trend. Let me see why is this not working? Indicators, trend, moving average, 200, white, okay. Again, not showing up on here. I don't know why. Yeah, all time frames. I don't know what's going on here. Go to a higher time frame. Okay. Oh, and then come back to it. Yeah, it's what is that? Oh wow. No, why is it not? So why is it not showing up on the 2-minute time frame? Or is it just not visible for me? Ah, it's weird. Maybe. Oh, it's just because it's so far behind. Oh, I get it, guys. I see, because it is like literally so far behind. Like the 200 period is just so far. So we're just going to assume, basically, we don't even need to print that. We're just going to assume that they are positive trend for now. Okay, so if they're positive trend here, we're going to buy on the candle close of this thing. No, it just disappeared on me. Cancel. I was looking for a white dot here. Didn't get it. So I'm looking for white dots, which is green candles on all of these scalp trades, to see if we can scalp our positions for short-term trades. We're going to trade this with a 40-10. That's going to be very problematic, but we'll see if that works. See the same thing over here, 40-10. See if that's going to work for us on the scalp side. And then on the swing side, what I'm looking for is actually these arrows, arrow signals, because the arrow signal is going to spit out a whole stop target risk structure, where it's going to give us the risk, the target, which is the first target, which is half risk, and the second target, which is 1.5 risk. And all of that is going to show up on the charts. So I'm just watching for when those opportunities pop up, see if we have any kind of what happened here. What do we just do? Here's NASDAQ. What did this go? Oh, boom. Okay. So this goes over here. So I don't have any signals over here right now, but we'll be looking for these ideas. So I do have, what I'm looking right now is just simply green trades in all these things because they're still positive bid, and see if I could trade a little bit with you on that side of it. Market was insane today. Market was insane. Yeah, thank you, Chris. Thanks for pointing that out. I forgot that. I literally forgot that that's the story here. Why is it? Okay, why? Okay, sorry. Let me just try some. Oh yeah, okay, it is showing up. Okay, trying to figure out everything here. I'm using my Windows computer, so I'm just completely unused to trading from here. Today was crazy. I passed another prop test today, but trading CFDs today must have been just insane. Is it okay to start trading at 6 p.m. as soon as the market reopens with my system, or should we? No, wait till 7. I mean, these days you could probably trade at 6. Here I'm getting a white signal here. Oh, just went away. Just went away here, over here too. On gold too. So we'll set this to buy. We'll set this to buy, and if they go away, we'll cancel them. We'll set this to buy too. Set them all to buy. We'll see what works for us. We got a minute and 30 seconds left here. So if they go away, we'll just hit the cancel button and they won't execute. Already the gold has gone away. Already, I'm just going to keep these on here just to see if they stay in place. Gold stay, US 30. The indices, I think, really still want to reach higher. I mean, everybody heard the news today, right? We did a whole flip flop. Trump did a 90-day freeze on tariffs. That created an incredible reversal rally in all the assets, and I'm just sort of trying to trade precisely that function. Oh, look, this is finally starting to work. It's starting to actually paint the. You see that I'm having a signal line here in Nasdaq as a positive, as a sort of a positive swing trade here. So this will trigger for me automatically all these scalp trades, and then when we look at the positive swing trade, we'll take that as well. Not as big a size as this. I think I'm going to take it probably like at half. Should we take it probably at 0.4 lots, right? 0.4 lots on the swing size, and I have broad stops and targets on this. Okay, so we're going to buy this. Now, let's take a look. Right now, we're just going to let the swings do their thing. I mean, scalps do their thing. But what I'm interested in is this particular swing trade in Nasdaq, right? And what I'm looking for over here is, what are my risks? My risk is 31 points. So I want to put a stop at 31 points. Let's say 32 points. And my first target will be 15, just let's say it's half. And the second target will be 47. And now I'm in the trade. And what's going to happen is, from the swing side, it's going to manage my stops and targets. And if it hits the first target, it's going to automatically go to break even and try to see if we can manage the second trade on the swing side. So swing trade is working on Nasdaq with the first target at 15 points higher than when we entered. Okay, which is, we entered at 57. So it's going to be, the first target is going to be 72. So this hits around 72. No, sorry, yeah, 57. Yeah, 72 right over here. So if this works, that's great. We'll watch it. In the meantime, let me take this off here. In the meantime, here I'm just looking for a 10-point pop on both of these indices. And the scalps, I will tell you this: the scalps are very, very problematic in this market because there's such a big retrace risk here. You see this candle? It's huge candle, so it can go half retrace and then come back up and go to target and stop me out. It's just, I'm fine with that. It's the nature of the beast right now. Boom, see, it stops me out completely. I'm out of here, stops me out over here. But the swing trade, where's my swing trade? I'm still, swing trade, I'm still alive in on the swing side. So, and gold takes profit. So the gold trade, which has been the strongest trade sort of, for trend positioning, definitely worked very well. The indices, I just warn you ahead of time, because of the volatility today, the scalps are going to be a lot more problematic. But we'll reset them, and if they come back again for a positive signal, we'll do it again, and we'll just keep doing it to see how well they're working. In the meantime, as far as the swing trade goes, our stop is over here, so it's a 32-point stop, and we're looking for. It doesn't show me the first target. The way this indicator works is it only shows me the final target, but the first target is pretty much at around this 73 level right over here. So we'll see if we can, if this can rally and take us out there. I'll give it a shot. A massive reversals. Look at this huge reversal on both of these trades. And they turned back to being positive. So we're going to go back again on this trade. 29 seconds left. If this trade holds, we're going to go trade it again on the Dow. The Nasdaq is still not quite showing us a signal yet, but the Dow just had a huge reversal. Wow. So 11 seconds left. Let's see if the Dow lets takes me to target on this. All right, I'm in the Dow, and this is the scalp. The target is going to be 82. Let's see if the move happens. Actually, this did not. I shouldn't have let this trade go, but it doesn't matter. I'll let it play out, because at the very last minute, the trade kind of declined to not give us a full momentum move here. It's a very, just huge choppiness going on over here. So it is what it is. Yeah, it's going to retrace me back. It's just, one step forward, two steps backwards in the market right now. Also, it's actually not bad. I thought the spreads were going to be horrible, but the spreads are actually relatively tight. It's just too wide on the spread, so it's not horrible. Let's see if this can make the trade. So the target on the Dow trade is going to be 83. See if we get a move here. Sweetwater says he bets a lot that Asia makes a run for 3,100. I don't doubt it. I think gold is going to be the final trade. Let's just see if we can recover a little bit on the Dow front here. The good news on the Dow, as far as, so let's see if this is. Let me just see if this hits. Come on, baby, hit it already. 5, 6. See if he gets the move. So what I was going to say is, we go back, the swing trade here. If you look at a swing trade hits first target, and now we're at break even on the trade. And if this extends further, we're going to be able to hopefully milk this trade for a little bit more movement. But not to be right now. Right now, it's just not working. Definitely, by the way, I stopped scalping altogether in New York and just started trading the swing trades at small sizes, and it was just almost hilarious. I tweeted out, it's really, really true. Generally when you're trading like big size on the future side, or like one lot on the CFD side, you're making basically on the scalp side, trying to make $100 a minute, right? $100 a minute. You do that for an hour, you're $500, $600, $700 to the good if you're doing a good job. So today, what was just astounding, which I couldn't believe, is we were actually doing $100 a minute on the micro. Like, that means you had to move 50 points in 1 minute on NASDAQ. That's typically like an hour's worth of movement in NASDAQ, maybe sometimes 20, 30 minutes. So it was just really fascinating. So now, by the way, what you see is, oh, no, I don't see. Did this? On the NASDAQ side, yes. Sorry, on the NASDAQ side, that's right. On the NASDAQ side, we made target, and then we broke even, and I just took myself out at break even. In the meantime, the scalp trade is just simply not working for me. So it came within an inch of my target and kind of died out. I think Sweetwater is right that the real trades, the scalp trades that are going to work are going to be in gold. I'm just trying to take as many trades as I can with you guys to kind of give you a vibe on the possibilities that you can do with the indicator and with all the tools that we have. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking at NASDAQ, let me just sort of run you through the history of this. We went long over here, half risk over, the stop was over here, half risk, took that, and then it automatically stopped me out at break even, which is exactly what you want to do. But 31 points on the trade, nice clean trade. I should just be doing all these trades. It's just that we're not going to get too many of these signals during Asia hours. So I'm going to be sitting here eating my scalp losses. But the great thing about this is we're only one trade away from recovery. That's how you got to be thinking about it. Let's see what gold is doing. Gold doesn't have any signals, doesn't have any scalp signals. The scalp signals are ones where you have a little dot. Those are momentum bars, and they sort of presume that if you have a momentum bar, the next move is going to be a momentum bar. Just like this was a momentum bar, we made money on this move, right? There's actually a lot of counter trend. So here's gold now starting to create another momentum bar. We can trade that. If this maintains this point, 47 seconds left, so not a lot, not a lot of time left for this thing to start popping. But Sweetwater says they're going to try to make a run. They generally do make a run around this time, like around 8, 9 o'clock. There we go. We're starting to get a move. I do have the buy over here set up now. So 23 seconds left. I'm actually going to watch this pretty carefully, because if this signal disappears, no, it doesn't look like it's going to disappear. It's breaking out. It's breaking out. All right, let's see what we can do here. 13 seconds left. Let's see what they want to do with gold. They're really ripping it, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The cool thing is, you see, I'm not doing anything. The algo takes me straight into the trade, right? That being said, the momentum stopped the moment it went into the trade. So we'll have to see if this is going to work. But generally, you know, I'm trying to trade the. I'm basically trying to trade the upside trend anytime I get a breakout bar on the gold. I don't have this. This was the last signal we had, which was about an hour ago. So I'm looking for a new signal here on gold, but not getting it. All right, so we're going to leave this alone. Let's see if there's anything else going on over here. So starting to see a little bit of weakness on the indices front. And I'm actually going to go on the sell side here, and because there's a couple of sell signals here, I'm going to this one reverse to a sell side. I'm going to go to the sell side too here. 52 seconds left on this. Let's see if this is going to take me into a trade. Let's see if these trades work. This one I can just close out. This is just nonsense. This is just floating or doing nothing. So it's really starting to come down a lot. 36 seconds left on all these trades. Let's see if it's going to take me into a short. Really, it's starting to dump now. Very patient. You know, the cool thing is that I don't have to be patient, because the tool itself is going to take me into the trade on the close. But obviously, when you get a big move like this, I'm still floating that long scalp in gold, which is like kind of going nowhere for me. And I should be triggered into short scalp in the Dow and the short scalp in NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ target is going to be 104. The Dow target is going to be 807. So let's see if we can manifest those. No continuation. What's the target on this? 104 and 104. Oh, it broke through. NASDAQ just broke down, and so we made targets in both of those trades. So we recovered a lot of this stuff, and actually was still alive in the scalp trade over here, right? So now we can start trying to see if we want to work another scalp trade to the downside, which we might. We'll put the condition in here, reset, just hit the sell button, and then if it still looks like a sell condition, this one is already going away. Well, we'll see. We'll see if there's more selling to be done. I have this feeling that I think a lot of the rally today is going to get unwound, especially as the market starts thinking about the CPI tomorrow. Look at gold. Gold recovers and we make money. Look at that. Gold, we hung in that scalp trade, and it eventually did us right. And now it's another positive buy trade. So we're going to stay with the gold trade because it's giving us a buy signal. The NASDAQ sell signal still in play, kind of like relatively weak. The Dow sell signal also still a little bit going away. I'll hit if within 10 seconds, if they don't hold it, this one I'm just going to cancel out. So no longer on the sell side in NASDAQ. Dow still show me a little bit of a sell signal because the dot still stays in place. But 6-7 seconds left. So I'm going to try to play this. We'll see if this works. But if it goes away at the last second, I'll cancel it. Nope, I'm in the trade. So 10-point target in the Dow here, which puts me into 797. Let's see if that takes me in. And gold takes me another long scalp, and the gold target is 3086. Let's see if Sweetwater is right today, and they're going to start to sweep gold up to the 3100, or at least closer towards that target. Looks like gold is definitely the strongest signal. Look at gold. Gold 2 scalps positive, right into the move. While the indices actually, look at this. That's interesting. So the indices are actually starting to show. Well, not quite yet, but let's focus on this, because what we have here is a potential. Not really showing. I thought we had a potential turn signal here where the arrow was going to be here. It's got to rise. There we go. It's starting to rise. This is this little dotted line is the stop. And right now, basically, if we're following NASDAQ, it's the risk is 22 points. Hasn't fully completed yet, but we can say, like, risk is, let's say, 20 points over here to start with. And the first target is 13, second target is 40. If this thing holds on the close, I'm going to put a buy point in here and hope that this thing holds until 17 seconds left. And then it's going to take us into the trade, and then we can adjust. The cool thing is, with a tool, we can totally adjust our conditions here. I actually want to go more. I want to go 60. Okay, so we're in the trade. It's telling me that the risk here is 23 points. So I'm going to make my risk 23 points. The first target should be 11 points. And the second target is going to be 34 points. So see how easy it is for me to just simply type it in, get off, and now the whole trade is going to be managed. So if it's going to hit the first target, great. Then we're going to let it go to break even, and if it hits the second target, even better. But we are trading the up arrow signal off the side. In the meantime, we're still floating that tough little scalp trade in Dow, which is not getting us done right now. So we'll see if it looks like everything is reversing on the positive side. By far, the strongest indications that we have, the best trades we had, has been in gold. That's where a lot of the really good trades are happening. So, I only wish we had more trades. If we get another dot signal in gold, we'll definitely take it. But we've had like 4 consecutive winning trades in gold. What I set my target and stop loss on the scalper. The scalper is kind of like a very, very skewed trade. It's half a point to 2-point stop loss, half a point target, and on the indices it's like 10-40. So it's a 1 to 4 risk reward ratio, very, very skewed. But the reason we do this is first of all, in regular market conditions, it's actually totally viable. Looks like the positive. So I'm watching gold. Gold doesn't have a signal for me, so we'll get off the gold for right now. See, look at this. Look what happened. I didn't realize this. We are actually already made first target in NASDAQ. Now we're at break even, so there's no risk here. Like I told you, honestly, I'm only trading scalper for shits and giggles with you guys, just to kind of break up the trades. The real trades are on the swing side, because this is where with the exception of gold, which is really working nicely on the scalper, this is where the real possibilities lie, because the trades are really well structured. We came in here, took the first half. Now we're just going to be working. If this is a true big move to the upside, this is going to be a nice big gain on the NASDAQ trade. And you only need like 1 or 2 of these during the Asia session to kind of really hit it hard. It's just that we're not getting that many signals, right? So now I had only 2 signals in NASDAQ, but no other signals. So I'm kind of using scalper for shits and giggles here. Let's do this one more time. I'm actually gonna I'm going to leave this alone. I do have another gold scalp move coming up here, although this is disappearing, so I have to be careful to watch it. 34 seconds left. If this gold doesn't show me a dot, I'll have to cancel it. Looks like my swing trade made half risk, and then it broke back at break even. So two half risk winners on the swing side. Here's gold. 15 seconds left, and gold is showing you let's go to the gold scalper. Let's see if this is going to trigger us. And one of the cool things that I will be adding is we're going to create the same like the same 1-2 structure, one first target, second target that we see on the swing trades on these momentum bars. And once I can get that down, it's going to be a lot easier to trade these momentum bars in a much more accurate fashion, because we'll trade first target, second target, and without having to do like really negative P&L. It's going to be actually positive P&L, and I mean that we'll trade 1.5 times risk on the second move, and we're probably going to move away from just doing bullshit scalping trades, because they're really just for entertainment purposes. They are of the negatives. They have such a negative skew to them that when you're running into like this kind of sideways market, it just it drains you a little bit. I'm not trading large size, so it doesn't really matter, and I can always recover this stuff. But the kind of momentum scalping stuff that I'm doing right now is not appropriate for the market that is trading 500 points an hour. You can just simply trade pure swing trades. It's just that right now we're kind of in the Asia session. We are every hour on the swing trades. But when I modify this structure the way I did it in TradingView, and that's why I said we need a couple more days. Once we really refine these strategies. Oh, there we go. So this gold just does us right. 4 in a row on gold on scalping. Just boom, boom, boom. Nice, clean. Does its job, and just continues to go. So Sweetwater, you are 100% right. So like one of the things I was going to say is like we can create scalp triggers on gold, trend triggers on gold that could work in the same fashion. One target, 2 targets, and the scalp trigger would have been this trade over here. It would have been able to make like 7 points on this trade. I just haven't been able to get this into the MetaTrader yet, but I will. And once we do, it's going to be really, really awesome. For those of you guys, I know some of you guys only trade futures. Other guys trade CFDs. Other guys trade both. For everybody who's trading both, and even like if you're, obviously the way to get all these tools is to get them from my guys at ACAP, because ACAP is our broker. I'm just putting the link in there, and all you need is just a $500 deposit to get these tools, and then you're ready to go. Oh, you know what I missed over here? Oh, look at this. I missed. It's a good thing I missed it, actually, because the Dow gave a false signal here, but we actually had a green arrow in the Dow. Interesting. So we had a swing signal in the Dow, which sort of failed. Okay. The swing and the 2 swings in gold in NASDAQ worked. The Dow gave it all back, and I actually think the Dow is looking like it's. I can't tell if it's just simply chop right now, or we're starting to really begin to unwind the rally a little bit. Definitely feels heavy, but I don't want to rush it. I don't have any really legitimate signals here. I don't even have a momentum signal to the to the downside.
But what will be very, very cool when I have it is it will spit out all those risk parameters, so you can just simply plug them into the applet, and it will automatically manage them for you. Gaetano says he can't wait to install the tool. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really, really cool. All right, starting to sell this. Screw it. I'm going to sell it just because I'm bored and and I see momentum going down there. Let's see if we can make our 10 points over here, or if it's just going to torture me today with retraces. Look at this movement, just up and down, up and down. It just feels to me like there's just selling pressure here. How much time we have left? 30 seconds. I really front run this candle. I did what you're not supposed to do, but it looks to me like there's a lot of momentum here. Let's see if I'm right. 16 seconds left. All right, I mean, it's a legitimate sell, so we're in the trade here, and it retraces right back on us. Great. My target on this is oh, what's going on here? What happened to my stop loss? Ooh, hold on a second. Oh, this is wow. Okay. I did not, for some reason, I did not have the stop loss over here. So we need to put the stop loss. What's my stop loss? It is risk is 25. Why did that move away? Okay, we'll put the stop loss in there. That's my low. That short on the Dow finally starting to come down a little bit, but it's still like, look how hard it is to just make the 10 points on this move. Jesus. What's the target on that? 780. It's 87. 85. There we go. Okay, that Dow got done. That swing Nasdaq still floating around here. And gold, look at gold. Look at gold exploding, guys. Wow, look at gold. Gold really, really exploded. Look at that move. But the dot goes away. We could have taken one more. I mean, really, honestly, all we needed to do today was just simply, almost, I swear, Sweetwater, I should just simply stop doing everything else in Asia and just trade gold to the long side, any which way, but any which way, but that will work. Scalp, swing, whatever. Just so long as you buy the long side, it works. This might take about 92.07. Gold tag 30.95. Yeah. On TradingView, how many consecutive green or red dots I trade? I honestly don't. I mean, I've told you, I'm trading the green and red dots just for shits and giggles, because the real trade that I want to do is the
is the arrows, but I just don't have that many arrows because I only have one particular version on this thing. I don't have the trend version, which is what I have on TradingView as well. Because if I had a trend version, this would have been a signal, and if we went to I would have had counter trend versions. Like this one would have been a good count. Like if this would have been counter trend sell over here with a stop over here, would have worked very, very well. I was going to sell more of the Dow over here now that we kind of caught the move, but I actually think I'm going to sell this more. Reset this, sell. What the fuck? Oh, I did it wrong. Again, I forgot to hit the candle close. Let's see. What happened to my gold trade? Oh, gold trade got done. Look at that. Gold just keeps, every single trade in gold has been a winner today. If you just did nothing but traded gold, you would have been fine. Instead of, putzing around with a Dow. NASDAQ. NASDAQ had a sell signal here too. So I could sell this right now. Let's see if this works too. I'm just fooling around with you guys because I don't have the swing signals set up here. But when I come back, we're going to take the week off. I'm going to be in Europe. I'm going to be able to code all this stuff out. When you guys come back, it's going to be so hardcore because we're going to have the trend signals, the counter trend signals, and the turn signals, all of them available in trigger format, and we're going to be able to use the tools, and it's just going to give us a lot more trades on the thing. And Asia is basically really all about gold, anyways. Indices are just. Although look at this, I'm doing something possibly dumb because this is the double bottom here, but it feels like they want to rip these lows here. So I'm gonna stay in this trade and see if this trade is going to work for me. And NASDAQ almost completes. Was my target 80.45? It's 83, 82, 81, 81, almost on the bid. I try not. There we go. It finally breaks. And now we can look at the Dow, which is really fighting hard. Dow is actually fighting hard on this thing. And it looked like it was actually going to create a turn signal for me. So Dow is not cooperating with me as much as the NASDAQ is. But we'll try to be patient with this trade. Sugura says gold was the first to reverse off the bottom in New York after Trump's tariffs announcement. Gold buyers weren't buying his stuff. Oh, so we got done, guys. It's always great when I'm not looking at the charts. So that little scalp got done. So actually, all of the short scalps started to work as we got a little bit of the vibe on the move here. Gold still continues to go higher, but at this point, it's really, really overbought. So I will, we made 5 consecutive winning scalps in gold here. So we'll let it go. That's one way of trading it. So this is one way of trading it. You catch a trend and you just simply catch every single scalp inside of it. The positive side is that these are short, really, really risk control trades. The negative side is that just 2 of those go against you. You kind of lose the whole segment of the move, right? The other way to trade it, which I don't have it with you guys today, but I will next time I see you guys, is to trade it in this 1-2 format, like that I showed you with the arrows, where it trades wider stops with the swing lows, swing highs as our anchor points, and then trades half target and target and a half, which would have given us essentially the same results, but sort of in a much more languid format, much easier format to work with. So I definitely am looking forward to bringing that to you guys when I come back in Europe. Look at this move. That's unbelievable. Through the move. You guys, it really does look like you're right. So we were like, they're just unwinding the whole, like this is becoming now risk off rally. It's just straight down into the toilet. You could just basically sell these things into the ground right now, which we'll do one last time. Let's give it a shot. Oops, I got to cancel. Sell. And also NASDAQ. Reset. Sell. Let's see if I'm right on all of this. NASDAQ is definitely the more vulnerable one. Dow is kind of fighting the sell-off a lot more. But hopefully NASDAQ, where's NASDAQ? 45 on NASDAQ. 45 on NASDAQ. Let's see if it falls. 51, 50. Definitely selling this, very, very deep into the move. So very vulnerable to a retrace, but I give it a shot for like one last momentum move here because it looks kind of negative. And where am I? 40, 45, 50. This thing is just not doing anything. Really, really stretched out from the moving averages here. So I'm not holding any hope here that this is going to work. But it does look like it's just having a big corrective sell-off here. So we'll stay with this move. May have been the bottom. Yeah, gold hits 3,100. You're right. Let's go to gold. Gold really, really popping over here. Just insanely. Tomorrow, we're going to be live trading CPI 8:15. So come join us. That should be a lot of fun. And that could be a very, very important event because if the inflation numbers come in negative, we're almost look at NASDAQ. It's like 48. Still putzing her. There we go. Everything gets done. All right, nice. So we closed up on positive trades on those little scalps. And I think gold going to still continue to reach higher. It's just, this is basically expressing the fact that no, not everything is okay, and we're going to keep running it. We actually absolutely, it's really, really hard to want to buy gold at these highs, but that is really the right thing to do. So, I'm not on the thing. Buy. I'm just going to buy this manually. Let's see if I can get one final push on gold. What's my target on gold? 101.36. 101.36. 101, 30, 52. Oh, it was almost, the spreads are really big. Jesus Christ. I thought, it almost made me, and then the spreads really took me out here. All right. Maybe this gold one isn't going to work for it because it was the last reach of the greediness. But generally, gold is going to be a really, really good trade here for the rest of the session. So I will leave you guys because I got to go. I told you my daughter is a little bit sick and I got to go take care of her. Overall, this is the really good trade. As I said, we're just starting the whole Asia session process. So many new things are coming along, the tools, everything else. When they all going to be ready, when I come back to you guys in 2 weeks from now, or like, a week from next week, it's going to be really, really awesome. We're going to be able to take these really, really big trades. Hopefully more than one or two kind of swing like trades in those sessions, and make it work. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me see if there's any more signals going on over here. Look, everything is just selling off really, really hard. We were right about pushing this to the limit on the downside. Okay. It really feels like, we're going to sell off more than this for a little while. Okay, guys, I'll leave you alone. Thanks again for hanging out with me. Here's the join link to join our group if you want to join us totally free. And here's the ACAP link to get the accounts and get all the tools going. All right. Otherwise, I'll see everybody not next Tuesday, but a week from next Tuesday. And I'll have come with full force with all my tools. So you'll really, really enjoy it. Thanks a lot, guys. Oh, look at this. We do have a possible swing trade here. All right. So maybe let me just stay with you guys for 1 sec. Let's see if we can make this swing trade viable. So this is like a 25-point risk over here, reset. Oh, I'm in the trade. Why am I in this trade? How am I in this trade? Wow, I'll take it. Look at that. We're in the trade. How the fuck am I in this trade? Oh, I'm on the second target of this. What's going on here? All right, you know what? I'll close it out as a positive trade. That'll be my final move of the day. What I'll do is we're going to reset this and put this in the buy mode. What's the stop here? It's 23 points, 12 to the good 35. So I'm just basically waiting for this candle to close because this is a legitimate turn trade in NASDAQ. This is the stop over here, as you can see. And I'm just watching the risk parameters and everything else over here. So risk parameters are like 31 points. We're going to have to adjust it once because they all could change until the candle closes, and then we're going to set them in stone here. So where am I? 16 seconds left here. Wow, big move. Nice big move. Okay, so it's 38 points of risk here. So we're going to change that to over here. The first target is going to be 20 points or 19. And the second target is going to be 57 points. A lot of points here. So you're really expecting a big move here. But anyways, now this is all set up. The trade is all set up in NASDAQ. And even if it goes to half risk, we should be able to do well with it. On the other hand, here's the Dow. Here's the Dow. What is that risk? 44 points worth of risk on the Dow. 22 on the first one. And 67 on the second one. And now I can just simply say buy. And I'm just gonna go manually come into the trade because I'm at better prices than what I was when the trade triggered. So we'll see if this floats out on the Dow. Maybe it won't. Maybe it's kind of like the last gasp of these turn trades. But that's the whole point. The turn trades don't have to be accurate more than half the time to be profitable, because when they hit the second target, they're much more profitable. So this still may float me out. I'm not sure. We'll let it go. Otherwise, I'm going to let these trades go. I'll update you when I see you guys next week on them. But we will have a lot more signals, see a lot more stuff going on here. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy. Bye-bye.